force can change the state of motion, direction of motion, shape and size of the object. When a force causes an object to turn, this effect is called moments. Example, look at the diagram. A person sitting on a seesaw. So the person has a weight, so the weight of the person produces a turning effect of force. It is short form is moment. So the moment or torque of a force is the measure of the tendency of the force to rotate the body upon which it acts about an axis. Turning effect of force, also known as moment. The moment of a force about any point is defined as moment equal to force into perpendicular distance from the line of action of the force to the pivot. So formula, moment equals to F into D. Here F is the force, D is the perpendicular distance, unit Newton meter, because the unit of force is Newton and unit of distance is meter. Moments can be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So moment of a force, for example, imagine pushing a door to open. You push on the door handle and the door rotates around its hinge. You exerted force that causes the door to rotate. The rotation was the result of the moment of your pushing force. Moment factor. The moment of a force is bigger if the force is bigger. The moment of a force is bigger if it acts further from the pivot. The moment of a force is greatest if it acts at 90 degree to the object it acts on. So the turning force happens when the force is applied something which has a pivot. So moment equal to force into perpendicular distance. Moments in daily life. Moments in daily life. We make use of moments of forces in many areas of our daily life. When we use a broom to sweep the floor, one of our hand acts as the pivot while the other hand applies a force to produce moment. When we use fishing rod, the end of the rod that pushes against our body acts as a pivot and the hand applies force to produce a moment to lift the catch. When we use wheelbarrow, the axis of the wheel acts as the pivot and the handle apply a force to produce a moment to lift the load. Look at the diagram. This is a scissor. Some example of turning effect of force: hammer, lever, wheelbarrow, steering wheel, scissor, spanner. Now we do a mathematical problem related to turning effect of force. Calculate the moment exerted with the claw hammer if the person exert a force of 80 Newton and distance D equals 25 centimeter. Look at the diagram here. The distance between the line of action of the force, the red color point is direction of the force, and perpendicular distance from the pivot D is 25 centimeters. So moment equal to force into perpendicular